So, in the last video, we talked about goals and setting goals in each individual category. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to use goals to preset your budget for each month so you don't have to come in manually every single time and category by category add in your amounts. It makes it very, very easy on a month-to-month basis to budget things out. So what I've done is I went through each one of these categories and I set a goal. Various types of goals, it doesn't really matter. You just have to have a goal set. It could be you have a monthly target goal, you have a monthly spending goal, you have a savings goal. It doesn't really matter the type of goal, but you have a goal set in each one of these categories that you budget for each month. So let me go ahead first. I'm just going to move all this money that I've set aside in this budget back up to this to be budgeted. So there we go. All right. So let's say the June has just started. I have goals set for each one of these categories. What you're going to see is when this is yellow, this means that this category is underfunded. You'll see this looks like maybe a clock or a piece of pie. It's basically just a pie chart that will actually fill up as you get closer to your goal. What this is telling me is I have a goal that I've set in this category. I need to set something aside in order to meet this goal. That's why this is yellow. So I have 0 available. I do have a goal set. So the way that I can do this is I can either go through one by one and hit underfunded. So I could say, I could hit rainy day, hit underfunded. I could go to rent mortgage, hit underfunded. I could go to each one of these and hit underfunded. I can also do it this way. I can pick multiple categories at once, so I can do this. It will add them all up on the inspector. It will tell me how much I'm underfunded for those particular categories. If I hit underfunded, it will just fund all of them automatically. So let's do it this way. Why that's helpful is going back to when I went through the cash flow cascade, and you've got this big bucket of money up here, and these things are organized in a priority order and also date. It's a little bit of a combination. But let's say the first of the month comes. I get paid on the first. I get my paycheck on the first. I know that I have to set aside a certain amount of money in each one of these categories in terms of priority first of that paycheck, let's say. I can go down and I can start to click on these and say, all right, well, I've got, in this case, $10,000. I can go and say, how many of these can I go ahead and fund until the next time that I get paid? I'm probably going to make my way down this pretty far, but let's say it's 8,700. So I can click these and say, all right, I'll just hit underfunded 8,700. It'll go ahead and fund all of these for me. So now I've funded. I have money set aside for the rent/mortgage. I have money set aside for groceries for the month. I have money set aside for my utilities, internet. All those things are set aside because these are in terms of priority and in terms of date. So I have to pay my mortgage. I need to buy groceries, utilities, etc. I obviously still need to pay my digital subscriptions, but maybe they come later in the month, so they're a little bit further down. That's how you could do it. So let's see. I'm just trying to get this money back up on the top. All right, so another way that you can do it is you can go category by category. You can select certain categories, or if you've got enough in there, let's say you have a whole month set aside, or whatever the case is, you can just click every last one of them. Click underfunded, it goes to 0. There we go. I'm funded for the entire month for all my categories. Now all I need to do is, as I go through the month and I'm spending and I'm tracking my transactions, is just to come in here on a, let's say, weekly basis, let's say, and just say, how is this going? Where am I in terms of my groceries? Am I, within my range? Am I over on anything? Is there something I need to keep in mind? Is there something that's out of the ordinary? Are my groceries $900 and I'm 1 week into the month? What the heck's going on? Maybe I misallocated something. You can just go through these pretty quickly and see where you stand. But it's a quick way to preset the budget using goals and then going through and funding them using that underfunded button in the inspector going forward, instead of individually going through and typing in numbers, which can be kind of a pain. So it's just a quick way to use goals to set up your budget every month. It's pretty easy. Hope that helped.